That's the chief. What the hell is that? That's the chief. What the hell is that? That's the chief. What the hell is that? That's the chief. Hello and welcome back once again, my friends, pioneers of werewolves, divergence, and glitches, to another episode, testing 1, 2 of the Daily Candle Close News, sending you all much love and high vibrations out to wherever it is you may be in the matrix and galaxy. Got Paul's in the house helping us test out Streamyard today. Hope you're all doing well. Sending you much love, Pauls. Thank you for being here, and anybody viewing on the YouTube as we hang out today, review some blogs that we've released on the website. We go over some charts, we do some decodes, and just have an amazing, beautiful Wednesday, the day of Mercury. Let's go. Sending you all much love. So let's get started. Let's make sure we're viewing good on YouTube. All right, awesome. Sent my son so much love, always supporting me, my number one supporter besides my mom and my grandmother. Let's go. So awesome. I want to make sure there's no lag. I want to make sure I'm able to have a beautiful, clean, smooth experience on Tuesday next week. Save the date countdown, pioneers, until, well, the interview with Waters Above. So, all right, get some charts pulled up. Make sure we're where we want to be. We'll look at XRP. Get back to Bitcoin here. I can't hear the music in the background. Let's see if that helps. There we go. There's that fibs on fibs on fibs. Gotta have that. Which one is this? A few we can talk about. Starting to come back to the 21 on the weekly. 55,000 possibly. Starting to come back into our year plus long parallel channel. Starting to retest the top of it. Could go to the heart line. I prepared my pioneers for this. We were expecting this push up and then a sell off, but we've totally exceeded what I expected. I expected to get topped out at the top of this. Now we did coach on up to 64, 74. My pioneers know in blogs and videos. So, but yeah, this is where we'll leave it, I believe. It's an important chart right there. We'll talk about that as well. All right. Seems like it is not pulling the music through Streamyard, but everybody in the recording will be able to hear it. But I don't want it to be drowning out. So, might not be no music today, which is okay. We don't need music. It just helps Coach Abe concentrate. So I can still do it. But you can't listen to it. Alright. Alright, let's check the chat everywhere. Okay. Can't see charts yet. Okay, let's try this then. Let me present and share my screen. Also, share entire screen, share sound. How about now? Pause.
Yeah.
All right.
We're in. We're in.
Who is that? Oh,
that's me. It's Paul.
Okay. I thought I heard two people. I thought I heard Patoy too. I was like, how'd you get in here? I didn't let you in yet. Let's hide that. Awesome. Turn the music back up and I'll be able to know if I can hear it.
Yeah, there's music too.
Awesome. Because I'm listening to our live stream on YouTube in my headphones as well. So I got music in one ear, the live stream we're doing in the other, trying to make sure there's no lag. I'm trying to make sure there's no latency in the video screen. I'm plugged in Ethernet to the router. Like, let's go. Should be set up hopefully for 6 days from now, so I can, hopefully help shatter the firmament. That's the goal. Shatter the firmament. All right, starting to head down to the rest of that 3-wave. We'll have to continue to watch this. All right, this is a 3-wave subcount inside of the 5th wave. Remember that. Could be, we talked about this last night in class. Could already have our 4-wave getting rejected here from the 322 EMA. Didn't quite get there. So fell short of closing candles above this sell-off right here. This is the high we have to break, $67,732.50 right now. That'd be where the 200 SMA is at right now if we were to get a bounce. I didn't mean to do that. But there we go. Very important. Still possibly heading down to that $54,000, $55,000 at 4.236 retracement level to the downside. So very important. All right. So I can definitely tell that there is going to be a few seconds for the viewer, whoever's viewing, that there is going to be a delay next week, which is okay. Because I won't be re-listening to it while I'm interviewing with Waters, so it's not going to bother me. So if you're viewing live next week, obviously you're going to be a few seconds behind what we talk about. That's unique. All right. Let's get our last chart pulled up, and there it is. That's the beauty. We're starting to break our possible bull pennant. So if that's the case, then we can draw our scissors right here. Kind of falling wedge pattern. If we were to retest the 322 EMA, get that sell off, drain down, maybe even lower, who knows, 48, 47K is the target at the bottom. The 3.618 of the fib channel would be a great buy range if we were to really see things bleed. We can get held right here at 55,000 possibly. So we'll see what happens. That 200 SMA could be a great bounce range, that 223 EMA. So once we got to this fib circle of the 4.618, we're starting to capitulate out of this bull pennant that could have took us to 104, 103K. So we could be heading to the downside measured move of 47K. The outside fib circle right there. Oh no, that's not a fib circle. That's just what is that on the weekly time frame? Oh, that's just showing the resistance of the 1618 of the institutional April highs, the November 69K. So I just will move that out of the way for right now so we don't get confused. But yeah, that weekly, weekly 200 SMA is at 33K. 223, 322 EMAs. We haven't touched the weeklies in, since September 11th. We've been in an uptrend off the 223 EMA ever since. We haven't touched the 322 EMA since March 6, 2023. That was the, guess what that was? That was the Silicon Valley Bank collapse. So, some kind of strange narrative that would be perfectly algorithmically timed with a swipe down to the 322 again could happen on the weekly. Be bought right back up like September 11th, like March 10th. I'm just saying, on the weekly, bought right back up. We'll see what happens. Not expecting that, but we were expecting this pullback. How much we get, only time will tell. That 21 on the weekly again is at 55K. This 3.618 fib channel range. So I'll be paying attention to that, or this is the 3618 at 47K. This is the 2618. So I'll be paying attention to both of these channels as far as the 4.236 at again 47K for kind of like a double bottom. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Go back to the daily. All right. Let's check the chat on YouTube. All right. One watching now. Cool. Look at everything on the 4-hour RSI market heat map. Getting in good 4-hour opportunities. When we look at this on the daily 24-hour, things are starting to, really pull back on the daily. We're seeing that in the charts. Not saying this is a good opportunity to buy, but look at some of these projects in the small short-term trade. You might be doing good in the scalp. Who knows? Things like obviously Sats or Unify, Ace, Sushi, TRB, Atom, Link down here. Link's a major player. ADA, Maddox down here. XRP's getting down there. Solana's finally getting that pullback on the daily. So, getting a lot of correction in the market right now. So I'm paying attention to the RSI heat map right now. Bubbles. Okay. STX. Got SUI, SUI doing pretty well. 5% today. We'll see what's up. Crypto Banter Bubbles. Go to Crypto Bubbles. Deegan up 20% on the daily. Pups. What is Pups? Dang. Things up 73% on the week. How old is Pups? Mew new? Are these two new? I think Chris was asking about that one last night and we forgot to go over it before we got off. Dang. But what is Pups? Might be interesting. The meme coins, you guys. Alright. Halving coming up in a few days, you guys. We're just a couple days away. 3 days away. It's going to be a pretty explosive time period between the 19th and the 20th. We'll see what happens. That 4/2 date, it could switch back to the 20th. That 4/2, that Saturn date. Okay. In the 2/4 year, I'm just saying it's been switching between the 19th and 20th. So we'll see what happens. Right now, 3 days and 4 hours, 8 minutes and 17 seconds away. So, very important. We have been expecting this kind of pullback around this time period. Me and my pioneers have. Pauls could tell you, we've been talking about this 3-wave and an Elliott wave pattern theory, bringing us into a 4th wave and corrective wave pattern. Wherever the bottom comes in, who knows? And before we start the sub counts in the 5th wave, into the 5th inside of the 5th wave. So possibly into 6-figure Bitcoin by 2025 year end. Okay, so very important. The halving being a very pivotal time point for our chart right here, which is called leap year, election year, decoded. Okay, so very important. Something we'll possibly be bringing up with Waters Above in a few days and speaking about, because he's got his year of the dragon decoded, and I started, before he came out with that and everything, I was already decoding the year of the snake and the year of the dragon in this, because I'd already knew about the America going to war in the year of the snake, and the potential in 2025 to see America go to war because of the tensions between China and Taiwan. So very important. All right, if they aren't involved before then. So we'll see what happens. But you got our June and July bubble coming up, which is going to be another thing that we get to talk about. After our sell in May, walk away, possible time period. These bubbles in June and July are very important. From my research, there are 7 that give us potential highs that then are followed by lows. And then there are, roughly 5, possibly 6 now that could be sending us into lows, giving us lows throughout this time period into a short pump that usually rolls over. So, yeah. So very important. This could be where the bottom of the 4 wave comes in, where our 1 wave starts. Over here in this bubble. Just something I've been, obviously constructing for the last several months. Almost a year now. Alright. How are we doing? Comments. Spirit of Simeon said, "Good morning, coach. Let's go." Let's go. Glad to have you, my friend. Glad to have you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Do you have an XRP de-risk take profit price target? Yeah, I've been set since 2019, 2020, since I invested in XRP to, I've been set to de-risk at new all-time highs at $5-7 for this project and higher. I've believed in it, in the future of cryptocurrency, with XRP being a big factor. So most definitely, you guys know I was, for anybody viewing that might not know, Spirit of Simeon knows, but I just was very adamant about what I was buying and selling, which is, I posted this and I'd put $1,000 in XRP, bought 1,800 shares. I've got over 2,000 shares again now, just on this one entry, these $2 cost average entries. Not to mention my long-term bag of XRP since 2019, 2020, buying at 11 and 13 cents, 17 cents on average, you guys. So very important. I'm still looking at these retest ranges at the very least, 27 cents to 36 at the 1618. But I've already told you guys, if we lose this level of support at 46 cents, and it doesn't hold, then we can prepare to drop. But I really do like the back test of this long-term, year-long trend line and falling wedge. Like, we got a back test when we broke out, but that didn't do nothing. We entered a head and shoulders, rolled over in this crown distributional top, this Bart Simpson head that XRP loves to do, and now we're back testing it. Now we're holding an even longer trend line dating all the way back to C19 in the lows, all the way back to March 10th of last year, or December lows. January lows of 2022 in the bear market bottom for XRP. So, Look at the volume. There's declination in volume right now, bringing us down this low. Like, if there was more volume, then back here, I'd kind of be worried right now. And if we start to see that, then I really would get worried. But right now, I'm using this as dollar cost average accumulation to get ready to sell at 77 again, to possibly sell at $1.30 again, F the 77 cents, you know? I'm expecting 109, 134 for XRP very soon. $1.11. Those three targets are what I'm expecting off this move for XRP, up in a new all-time highs possibly. So yeah, that's my personal de-risking target. Now I've shared some charts about XRP last night in the Tradeaholics and Fibonacci that I do not mind to bring up with you all, because again, I do believe we are and have been in an Elliott wave triangle, okay, and we're just getting the last back test of this again, multiple year-long trend line before we just rocket up out of this like we did in, say, 2017. Like we did back here after the C19, and then we sold off down into the January, December lows of the solstice, the winter solstice, and the XRP lawsuit before we just rocketed. I think we're about to do the same momentum and move. My pioneers, waters above Discord, I shared with multiple Discords back around December 18th, around the solstice, that we were seeing the SEC lawsuit get dismissed and the SEC back out and the judge make their ruling and all this bullish narrative. The sentiment of the market for XRP was to the freaking moon, and I knew that they were possibly going to get tricked again. Sell out of the weak hands, and we saw that. Since then, we just cascaded. I brought this from 2021 up right after the lawsuit. I said, what if this was a hypothetical? What if we do something like we did back then, since we got this case narrative after regulatory clarity not being a security and setting case law? What if we still get a back trend? Well, I drew this pattern on a chart and I shared it with them, got some praise, got some hate. But what I'm saying is, what if? A hypothetical. The narrative, the sentiment is what these markets are ran on. And it was very bullish. And now they've been grinding out the weak hands, gave us a fake out, a resistance from, again, a multiple year trend line on the top in this Elliott wave triangle. And now we're finishing the move. The possible last C wave, because it's nothing but ABC waves all the way here. And then wop, wop, bam, banger. So, yeah. Might be a few WXYZZs, in here. We can break this down if we really had to. What I'm getting at is falling wedge breakout for the last year, a back test, bam, banger. Not financial advice, but I'm looking at XRP to start making moves I shared with my pioneers last night, of upwards from where we are right now, if we don't go lower, 109%, upwards of 103 cents. 103, $1.03. So 103 is the 27th prime number. Ripple equals 27. Ripple XRP equals 109 in numerology. So I'm expecting a 103 to a 109 to a $1.34. So I'll break it down. Again, I'm sorry, I've been decoding the Dragon Spire because in our blog that took us 4+ days to write, that we're still adding to, that we created into our market analysis as well for the weekly outlook. Week 16, okay, I'm always a week ahead even though it's week 15, and on the 16th yesterday we saw the Dragon Spire catch on fire in a Beltane fire ritual, which is what this decode shows, is multiple years of history and this year's events all during Beltane. Okay, so very important. So I'm already working on that, connecting it to Shiva 16 and the god that does the cosmic dance of destruction. Okay, all in the dragon year. So very important. This was 16 days before the Illuminati's birthday and the end of the 40 days of Beltane, where we see fire rituals and deaths and other events. Okay, so very important. But back to decoding. Ripple, okay, 27. So I'm looking at $1.03 because 103 is tied to Mercury. It's tied to Wednesday today. Okay, but anyways, Mercury giving us 103 in numerology, Mercury being the god of commerce, okay, the god of finance. All right, so again, 76 cents to 86 cents to 103, which is the 27th prime number, Ripple 27, Ripple XRP 109 after we hit 103 to $1.34 is what I'm looking for. So I'm starting to see hundreds of percent to the upside coming soon for an asset that keeps getting fudded out and sold by the weak hands because nobody knows how to hold it. But they's got this diamond mind mentality of saying diamond hands, but they really don't have a diamond mind. Okay, they just get stuck in that XRP to the moon and 589 and 10K overnight. And, well, yeah, we're at 46 cents for XRP holding daily candle closes and structure. We could possibly fall to a low of 40 cents, 42 cents. XRP Ripple gives us 42, Ripple gives us 40. We're in the 40-day ritual of Beltane before we head into Mayday, 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 the Illuminati's birthday. So again, I've been teaching my pioneers about this sell-off. It's very important because I taught them about the cherry blossom season that brought us the exuberant price action, and now I'm teaching them about the Lyrids meteors that started on April 15th, that scripted date, up until the 29th, and it peaks around the 22nd, 23rd, so we could see the markets really get showered by some meteors, some red candles, since we've been in extreme greed recently and we're really trying to reset the fear and greed index. So very important. We pulled that up on one of our charts last night. I just don't remember which one. But yeah, might have been this one, and it wasn't, I don't think. But yeah, you can pull the fear and greed index up on your charts, and we'll do that for you all. Did I save it? I didn't save it. Where's it at? There we go. Oh, what bamboozle? Where'd it go? But anyways, it's down here. So, we're still about neutral. So I'm still waiting to reset this fear and greed index that you can add to your charts, okay? I'm looking to see if we can get back into extreme fear off of this move, heading into this very scripted time period, a possible buy the rumor, sell the news event coming out of our ETF pump and dump and then rally, okay? So we could be heading to the 223, the 322. That could really reset that fear and greed index. So very important. Really reset that RSI that's coming out of this Batman structure on the daily. So right here, this left shoulder head, right shoulder kind of looks like Batman. So really wanting to reset the RSI around this halving shortly after. So it's very important. It's basically bringing up the danger zone, you guys. Something that we brought up to you all as well. Danger zone. So we could possibly be heading to a 702, 786, and 888 correction to the 200, 322 EMAs on the daily time frame to around 47K. Sharp sell-off wick down there, bought back up around the 0.5, the 618, the 382. Who knows? Okay, so very important. I'm definitely looking at a retest of this high right here at around 52K. Okay, at the very least. That's where these EMAs can move up to. Okay, so very important. But hey, man, you got people calling for 12K. You got people calling for lower than 12K. So, maybe it's the 4.236. I mean, I'll behave. So, all right. All right, let's check the chat, you guys. Oh, 2 comments. Grand Rising Pioneers. Let's go, Roy Moore. Shout out, my friend. Jump on in here if you want. The Streamyard links in the Discord. I know you might be working. What up, Jacob B83? What up, Jake? Let's go. Got the whole crew viewing. Let me know what it's like, how it's going. So, yeah. All right. Be able to put everybody's comments up. Oh, God. I'm not going to be able to keep up with the comments. All right. Let's go to the... All right. Crystal clear, boss. Good deal. Good deal. Coach, where are we in crypto? Coach, where are we in crypto 4-year cycle? I don't follow it. I'm getting ready for work. That beautiful weather we have been having here in the St. Louis. XYZ Dragonfly. Yeah, that, you know what it is, man. That harmonics pattern that we've got here on that chart. Yeah, I done lost it. But yeah, it's just a butterfly pattern. Possibly, you know, whatever you want to call it. That's the most common term most people call it when they don't understand it's a harmonics pattern, and that there's like a, you know, they got the rhino and the chicken and the tiger and the bear, you know. Anyways, but yeah, I'll behave. I play too much. But yeah, that's a beauty. Oh, I guess what we can do is, all right, I guess what we can do is, okay, so we came to the 618 then. What did we do here? 1, 2, go back here. Came to the 382 here. Came to the 786 there. Very important. Glad I thought to do that. Oh. Fuck me. I don't even know if I want to count that as my high. I might actually want to move this one. Nah. What if I do it like this? Just came back to the 618. Came back to the 618. Double bottom. High or low. Okay. 786. Sorry, I was just doing a little TA construction, looking at trying to make some similar connections, possibly to see. I really need that high though. Like, and at that point, we're looking for the low. So we're trying to make moves on this low we're getting now before the high, obviously. So I was doing a little bit of advanced future decoding right there in TA for this next move to around 187, you know, $181,000. Again, we're coming up on 422. Satoshi Nakamoto gives us that 224, April 22nd. Sorry, I had to sneeze. But I'm definitely looking at April 22nd, around that 21st, 22nd reset, recycle. I teach my pioneers about here. But I'm not expecting to see 181,000 then, but I do expect the potential high in this bull run to come in around a six-figure 117, 181,000, possibly to a high of $2,024, $224,000 coming out of the 224 year. So very important. Just this is who knows. I do eventually see Bitcoin hitting these prices to the upside of six figures though. So eventually $89,000. Okay. So maybe we're falling to 55K right now as we head into 224, 422. Okay. Satoshi Nakamoto. Maybe we fall to that 55K that we're getting at the 21 EMA on the weekly time frame. So very important. That 55K right here at this, another fibs on fibs chart that I've got. After this bull pennant breakdown, we could be heading to around 54, 55K around May, right before May. So I'd be expecting possibly this week around the 21 EMA getting tagged around April 22nd. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Maybe right before we transition into Taurus on the 20th, we got the 21st, 22nd microstructure reset, recycle. So where my bull's at. I was born in Taurus. I'm a bull. So we might not get the bullish energy that people are expecting until after we get the 21 weekly reset. Okay, so very important. All right, where my bull's at. Chief Wolf at Waters Above, send me here. I appreciate you. Much love from Scotland. Oh, Lolo Blondo. What's up, Lolo Blondo? I've heard Chief Wolf send love your way, much love and vibrations coming from me as well. I'm glad they sent you here. Yeah, we're just really just hanging out today, trying to make sure we got Streamyard set up to where we have a clear, beautiful experience where we can hopefully shatter the firmament and burst open some pineal glands in a few days. So save the date, 9 a.m. Tuesday, 4/23. The day after that Satoshi Nakamoto date I was just talking about. So I appreciate your support, Lolo Blondo. Much love, much love. Thank you. What's up, Lolo? Shout out to Wolfpack. Let's go. All right, awesome. I almost ended the stream. Oh no. But yeah, let's not do that. But yeah, definitely. Awesome. I'm glad to see things are going well. Got 6 people viewing. Hopefully that's 6 likes. Let's go. But all right, any questions, any cryptos you guys want me to look at, do chart analysis on, I will do it for free while we're hanging out. You know that. If not, we can start reading over my blog about April 14th and 15th for those that aren't aware of my website. And that way they can see some of the work that I've been doing, explaining how ritualistic, well, not only the 322223 number is, which is why I use it so much in my work, or just simply the start from that time period this year into Beltane and what we've seen since. So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a second to put your questions down there in the chat, your TA. Give you a minute to think about what coins you want to go over, and we'll then go over the blog if nobody's dropped anything. But I definitely want to get that out of the way, your TA. Since we've talked about Bitcoin, we've talked about XRP, so still expecting that 89 EMA on the daily time frame. I'm expecting this fib channel of the 0.5 to be hit. Okay, so this was my picture paints 1,000 words of my fibs on fibs chart that I shared with both communities, mine and multiple communities and discords, and I didn't say anything. I just posted the picture, 71, 73K, left it at that. Picture speaks 1,000 words, I thought. So all right, starting to get that bounce from $62,000, even roughly $62,008.50, but possibly getting a possibly getting a bounce right here to the 21. We'll have to see. We start closing 2 hours above that 21. We can finish the rest of this second wave out of the fifth wave of the ABC of the C wave. So that's what I'm sharing with my pioneers, what we've been following since, honestly, this rising wedge that we got right back here on Pi Day, where we were preparing our pioneers for a Pi Day top because of the top in the 314th day of the year back in 2021 on November 10th. 314th day of the year, we had a Pi top there, rising wedge, sell off. Rising wedge, sell off, pie top, Wyckoff, distribution. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth of the fifth of the fifth wave inside of a Elliott wave pattern theory, all the way up. We've been expecting this ABC wave to come in, and then this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave to come in, and we finally got it. Okay, we just moved that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the way one time. So if we pay attention, yeah, it was somewhere. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inside of the fifth wave. Okay, so that's where it was. All right, in your A, B, C wave. Inside of this, you had a smaller ABC wave. You know, you've always got that. The 1s, the 2s, the 3s, the 4s, the 5s. Shout out to Spirit of Simeon that dropped $7 in the Cash App. Let's go. Let's go. Bam, bam, banger. I still ain't touched none of that. You've the $3 $7 Snapchats. That's 21 in this Cash App. I'm saving it. I don't touch it. The website money, I don't touch it. It's all for my son. Let's go. So thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it, and he's gonna appreciate it one day too. So I really, really am grateful. It's not about what you can make, pioneers. It's about how much you can save. Okay, and it's not for me. I'm saving for my son. I'm saving for my family. Generational life wealth building here. So anyways, still expecting this 4 and 5th wave to come in, but we've got to finish the 2 wave to the upside in the 5th wave. So the C wave's got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're in the 5th wave. Now we're in the 1, 2. We got to finish the 2 wave. Do we get rejected right up here? You know, that's what I was talking to my pioneers about, from this 236 or this horizontal trading range of $65,000. Ever since we started closing below 66,600, oh no, the mark of the beast. Well, we've been going down, and my pioneers know that. Okay, it's all about the numbers. Okay, you can't decode the markets though, coach. Well, stranger things have happened, I guess. Sometimes we be living in a fucking episode of Stranger Things in these charts, and I'm just here to share with you the stranger things. Okay, so let's go. Very bullish. I'm gonna check the chat, see if there's any cryptos now. Oh my god, 6 XCN. Okay, we can look at Doge. Yes, sir. Where my bulls at? They coming in on the 20th, possibly, for a short-term bounce that gets rejected. I don't know if we've already got our lows at around 54, 55K. By then, I'll be looking for my bulls to bring us back up. Let's go. But XCN, Jupiter coin, Jupe, let's go. I'm big on Jupe. You guys know I gave it to you a couple months ago when it first dropped in the Tradeaholics and Fibonomics class, and we got it at like 40, under 50 cents. So like it's been a banger, you guys. We'll look at those 3 coins real quick, and anyone else, if they got a coin, drop it in the chat. Y'all know what it is. Hop on if you've got the Streamyard link, and let's discuss some things. So let's look at Doge. Moon puppy in flight. Let's go. Doge at 15 cents in the 15th week of the year, but you can't decode the markets, coach. Okay. Huh. I'm just saying. Doge equals 14. Are we on our way to 14 cents? Okay. All right. Dogecoin gives us that 144. All right. Very powerful. All right. So I'm definitely paying attention to that. All right. So Doge 14. We'll be looking for 14 cents. All right. I didn't think it gave us 15. I just wanted to make sure. But Doge, this is not my main chart, so it's not going to show my drawings. We'll go to that in a second. But what we'll do is we'll just start fresh. Possible uptrend, buying climax, selling climax, automatic rally coming in before we fall lower and possibly return to lows or spring at around 0.2, 0.33 cents, something like that. 0.45 cents, as a matter of fact, double bottom right here. Dogecoin gave us 45. Bitcoin gives us 45 in numerology, the same 72, 45, and 36. So 0.36 cents. The 3 sixes, 666. I'll be looking for that if we're looking at this as a potential Wyckoff reaccumulation, buying climax, selling climax, automatic rally that's getting resistance right here of the daily 21. Okay, this round top right here, round tops don't pay the bills. This kind of M pattern, rising wedge, breakdown below the 223, 322 EMAs. So, this would be a larger weekly correction that I'm looking at here. Okay, but what I'm seeing, all right, what I'm seeing is a falling wedge breakout. Okay, that could be doing like an XRP back test. Okay, on the weekly, right? That falling wedge on XRP we talked about earlier. So look at this. Look at this. That's a beaut. Okay, that's going to be an absolute freaking banger. Okay, so we'll just be conservative here. All right, and we'll do this shit instead of the full measured move. And if we come back here and back test this, where are we going? 72 cents. Dogecoin equals 72. You can't decode the markets, coach. So it's very amazing, very important. 72 falling wedge breakout on the weekly time frame. That's showing 77. Let me get that shit back. 72 cents to 75, 77 cents. And at the low side, we're looking at a 4.3 cent, 0.36 cents Dogecoin. A sharp sell-off on the weekly to reset, I don't know, this overbought RSI that could be setting a Batman left shoulder, head, double top, come and set a lower high, right shoulder. Price may set a higher high. Maybe we go there first, double top on the charts and sell off. I'm not counting that out. I mean, we kind of already broke out. We just ain't had the clear back test on the weekly. So I'll just see if Doge can do that. Daily time frame. Let's pull a fib up. Let's see where we are from our recent move. And then real quick, let's do the full measured move. Okay? Like, let's do long-term Dogecoin analysis and go to this low. And then we have two measured moves of $4.59. $4.50, Doge equals 45. You can't decode the markets, coach. So, anyways. Let's pull a fib up. A couple fibs. If we just pull a fib extension, where does that show us we can go? The 702, the 786, the 888, 57, all the way into these ranges of a double top and new all-time high. Okay, so right now we're holding the 382, but we can easily retest the 236. 10, 11 cents again on the daily time frame, the weekly time frame. We can eat this up. Let's pull a fib for accumulation from this recent low to the local high. Where my 786 at? At 7 cents, 0.76 cents. Doge equals 72. Look for 0.72 cents. Look for, I don't know, the 888. And then again, if things get bloody, the 1618. 0.24 in the 2024 year. So I don't expect to go that low, but who knows what we can see. Okay? I gave you both upside and downside targets on multiple time frames. And, RSI wants to reset. There's the Fear and Greed Index. I added it twice, but yeah, let's go back to my main chart and look at the Dogecoin analysis that I've already taken a look at. We've already been expecting, this kind of retest. Okay, retest range, welcome. What do you know? Did you do it again, coach? Did you do it again, coach, on the daily time frame? Okay, if one retest range is now hit that I've shared with my pioneers and tradeaholics in the Fibonacci, I'm going to go to the 1618 now. Okay, and I know that this retest range is welcome. Okay, So, bam, wop, bop, banger. Okay, so obviously still a large fallen wedge that we're in. Okay, retesting the fallen wedge right now. So we can bounce from here. Okay, so let's just get rid of that. So I know this is kind of getting to be a messier chart, but this is still taking us back up to 29 cents, possibly higher. So very important. But retest range achieved, 786. This could be a bounce. Come back down here, double bottom, set a higher low, set a low, the low. Most people think this is the low usually when it comes in. Then they roll that motherfucker over on you, let the dominoes fall, rip the band-aid off, and that's where we get in, that golden ratio. If we lose this golden pocket, I'm going to golden ratio. So most of the time. But I just don't see it getting this bloody, 0.4, it may go to that 4.236. So you see what I'm saying, 0.3, 0.2, 0.4 cents. I mean, it's a technical move, okay? From this recent low to this recent high, all right? And actually, we would really need to change this now to the candle body structure since the high went higher than when we were last talking about this. So my 1618 is down here, it moved up, and my 4.236 is now, it's now at 1 cent, 2 cents. So, that's hopium, you guys. I doubt that happens, but that would be a long-term weekly Wyckoff reaccumulation with a spring, okay? So, very important. Right now, we could be looking at that exact thing on the daily with the automatic rally and a return to low with the start of the LPS SOS phase D and E now. Okay, so we'll see what happens. So that's Doji, XCN, and then we'll look at Juke real quick. XCN, another banger that we've been going over. Look at this on the daily. Where we coming back to retest? The 200 SMA. We lose that, short, accumulate, whatever you want to do. But if we bounce from here, reclaim this 21, reclaim this 223 EMA on the daily, we're going to the 322 that we haven't touched yet on the daily for XCN. And I've been sharing this with my pioneers for quite some time. Let's go to my XCN down here where we've got the data. Since the beginning of the year, we've been sharing since 0.01 cent for XCN. Where are we at right now? Are we back at those opportunities to get 100,000 XCN before it goes to $1 one day to turn $100 or so into 100,000 or $100,000? Yeah, I mean, I think so. If this is going to be tied to JP Morgan, have you seen JP Morgan stock? Chief Wolf showed you his stock right now. But anyways, retest range achieved. Did you do it again, coach? So hopefully we're stacking up. $180 for 100,000 tokens, $200 for 100,000 tokens. It going to $1 one day. It going to a penny, 6 cents. Oh, good God. So right now, if we were to, from where we're at right now at the 618, if we were to go up to the 6 cent range, that's a 212% move, plus or minus. That's what we're still expecting. Now, this can bleed lower on the weekly if the markets were to really drain. I mean, we can come down here and finish setting the atom in this possible Eve and Adam and Eve structure, okay? Before we eventually get to the 702 golden pocket on the weekly. Who knows? But you kind of got this cup and handle with a breakout and a back test. So I'm just really paying attention to this area right now. And this 786 on the weekly time frame was 0134, 0137, 0131, something like that. So very important. That's a major opportunity for us to stack a bag, back the truck up, load it and stack it, and get ready to see a potential of 200 to the golden pocket move of 1,280%. Banger, banger, banger! Like, these are hidden gems. Like, this is hidden TA. TA that has, again, showed true. We usually get to the 223, the 322, and get rejected. Come back, find support somewhere, and bounce. Daily support from the 200 SMA is critical. At the 702 golden pocket, the 618 candle body closes here. Previous trade-in support and range. Horizontal trade-in range, the moment we lose this, we're going down. Resetting daily RSIs. Look at where we are. We don't have much more to reset. I mean, we kind of had this cat ears pattern right here, bearish, reset. What are we going to do? Go back to the top. We could hang out and grind. We could go low, but we're going to be back up here one day, period. May, June, July, August. Sell in May, walk away. Remember to return in September, take profits, and May, September, shine like gold come December when you're usually down here in the end of the year. Okay? So usually before it resets again. Okay? So definitely what I'm looking for XCN. And Jupiter. Jupiter. The Jupiter. Oh man. See, this is what I hate about Jupiter. You know, and this is something I was sharing with my pioneers. The thing about XCN is if we go back real quick. Look at how it started out, you guys. Just a perpetual downtrend, right? Okay. Well, let's look at Stronghold. How did it start out? Well, that's not the whole chart data. How did it start out? Stronghold. Started out real good, took a pump up, and then rolled over. Okay? But it is Velo that is very similar to Jupiter right now. What is this? I teach my pioneers, and Duke Doobie teaches his followers that these are, he'll call them big boys, okay? Big bodies. I'll call them, what I taught was ghost towns, abandoned candles, okay? Like a ghost town is abandoned. Well, this candle was abandoned, and it's a full candle. It's not a wick, you guys, okay? So usually we come back to fill this. Well, what do you know? At least most of it, like a 786, if you pull a fib from here to the high, you'll get a 786 range, right? And you'll go to there. Or you'll go all the way below it, and you'll eat it up. Price discovery to the downside for Velo. Adam, Eve, wop bop banger. Okay, so I'm looking for the bulls to bring us back up as we head into Taurus, as we head into the middle of the year. Second, third quarter, fourth quarter, this thing's going to be new all-time highs possibly by this time next year. Okay, so that's my personal belief on this. But it did that. And what is Juke doing? Well, it got this fucking ghost town. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if, we've made it to the 1618. If we can hold support of the golden pocket right here, we can bounce to the 4.236, an $8 Jupiter coin. Okay, so for right now, I'm looking at potential to the downside. Okay, that's what I'm going to continue to look for long term for this project, is to continue to dollar cost average in, because I do believe this will be a long term banger, not just important this year. Okay, so that 786 at 0.5 cents one day, maybe after this bull run is done, who knows? Okay, for June, this bull run can be finishing up here at a 4.236, a 0.7 fib at something, and then come all the way back down like Velo did. Okay, 1618 to 003 cents. Imagine a $300 100,000 token Juke price one day. Good God! Now that's hopier. Okay, that's hopier, but it's what we could see happen if this abandoned candle, this ghost town, is ate up. Okay, so very important. All right, but Juke looking good right now on the daily time frame, holding our first retest range. We can eat up all three of these to the 236 and double bottom right here. Hold our, March lows of 2024. Notice how it's around the same time period of the March 2023 whole market lows. All right, hammer candle upside, bam, banger. bullpen it. We didn't quite get the full measured move to the 2618, but we knew we were overheated on some daily time frames, setting a lower high bearish divergence while setting a higher high in price action. Okay, we lost the 21 down. All right, rejection from the 50 EMA and the 50 SMA and the 55 EMA right now. Okay, the 21 to 13 is about to cross these. All right, so we're looking for cheaper juke prices. This is venture capital for me. Yeah, dollar cost average. So very important. 702 golden pocket right here at 68.73 for Jupiter. Why is 73 cents the next target range? Because it's tied to Zeus 37 or Osiris 73. Okay, all tied to Jupiter. All right, Thor. Okay, this is so very important. All right, you guys. All right. Looked at him. DJ Mr. Good News eating the popcorn. Let's go. Eating his favorite snack. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Perfect. 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 All right. So, weekly blog. Let's look at it, you guys, because it's got some market analysis that we need to go over. A bunch of the charts that we've already brought up. Our Mayday. Did we bring up that chart? Did we bring up that chart? I doubt we did. And that's important as we head into May, sell in May, walk away. We might as well talk about Mayday before we read the blog. Mayday. Mayday, the Illuminati's birthday. So we know sell in May, walk away is, Elon Musk. Dogecoin is essentially a scam. Eclipse season, sold off. Then we got May right here. This was eclipse season as well, leading into Terra Luna and, FTX. So not surprising. Last year, not so much of a sell-off, but a sell-off. Okay. All right. A correction and a falling wedge, breakout, banger. Okay, we got that drawn right here. Falling wedge, breakout, banger. All right, we finally got up to the 1618, 38K that we were telling you about here. When we were at 15K, we were calling for 38K and possibly as high as 58K we called back then. Okay, but then, well, we exceeded that this year. Okay, and then we were able to coach you up to 64 and 74K. All right, this 0.7 fib rejection. Oh, that's a fucking absurd. Okay, that's fucking ludicrous. All right, that's fucking La La Land. All right, and what did it do? Slightly set a higher high. That's not bullish at all. Okay, so as we head into May, I'm expecting Mayday. So very important chart to retest possibly the 1618, 38K, 35K. I don't know. Retest this previous short squeeze that came in right after 117, November 7th, when the movie Dumb Money came out. That got us banned off YouTube when we tried to teach you guys about the short squeeze that we were seeing in the markets. And well, YouTube apparently didn't like that message that I was trying to teach you all. And they hit me for 90 days. Dumb money. But anyways, I was going to pull that up. But it's in one of my blogs, so I had to stage. But yeah, blog time. Let's go. I'm probably not going to read it all, you guys. Obviously, it took me 5 days to write. So I'm just going to go over it with you all, explain the importance of it, what I found. I think it's pretty important. And then you can go to the website and view it, you guys. So... But whop bop bam banger, April 14th, 15th, decoded week 16 market outlook. So I tied everything back to the start of the Israel-Hamas war because tensions seemed to be escalating globally, and I can certainly feel it when I walked out my door, when I woke up, when when I spoke to the cosmos, you guys. And over the past 24 days, as we were in this 40-day time period from March 22nd to April 1st, the Illuminati's birthday, it's been a 40 days of Beltane ritual that I teach my pioneers about. And I knew that the next 16 days, heading into yesterday, the 16th, but the next 16 days into May 1st was going to be pretty important, okay? And we're going to continue to see these events take place, and so far we have. So I ran on, this time period, around this time period, warns it will strike again with greater force if U.S. retaliates. So threats of Iran and threats from Russia coming to the U.S. If U.S. was to get involved, okay? So I can already see the narrative for U.S. getting involved, all right? But anyways, we could already see the day before all this new news narrative started coming out and everything. The day I started writing this blog was the 12th, okay? So on the 11th of April, we started seeing the markets really start to come down, okay? And we were getting signs of this, being a 3-year delta from the 66,000 institutional highs of April. Okay, so it was important. It was all making sense as we headed into Mayday, the establishment of Israel, which is at war right now. Okay, so I'd already in a blog before this predicted a war narrative to come out on 4/13. Okay, which was Saturday, Saturn Day. Okay, so on the 10th, I predicted it 3 days in advance, and I started this blog the day before that. All right, all about the next day. And well, the upcoming 911th anniversary on 4/14, the 144 date, the 144,000 chosen of Israel's establishment. Okay, because I'm looking at an Omega event happening this year. All right, tied to 10/7, the start of the Israel-Hamas war on 10/7. So the two numbers that is in this decode that you need to really pay attention to are 9/11, 119, and 107. Because since the start of 3/22, everything we've seen has been tied to those two numbers. Did you do it again, Coach? How can you make these connections? It's crazy. Everything. Okay, so again, 10/7 to 4/14 was 191 days, okay, which ties us into Oklahoma City, which comes up in 2 days, the anniversary of the Oklahoma City bombing. And I called for active shooter events during this time period 2 days before we saw 3 of them, okay? Possible nuclear bomb, war scares, or a catastrophic event, all giving us 119. But the war number giving us 68, this being a 6-month, 8-day time period since the start of the war. Okay, so very important. All right, so again, tying the Oklahoma terrorist attack and tying us into 9/11 and the Twin Towers there. But the RMS Titanic and the anniversary of it taking on water on the 14th and sinking on the 15th, tying us into the Antichrist this year. But an economic collapse possibly. This being a 27-week and 2-day time period since the start of the war coming up, and the anniversary of this event. Well, economic collapse gives us 272 and currency gives us 107. The Titanic was tied to a currency warfare and event, okay? The 4 wealthiest people in the world died on the Titanic, which then a year later established the Federal Reserve. People don't even know what money is because this is real currency, national currency. This is a Federal Reserve note. Big difference. Words have meaning, therefore they have definition. Okay, so very important. But this was also the anniversary of the Apollo 13th explosion, the Odyssey 24, tying us into the Omega event, Omega being the 24th letter in the Greek alphabet in the 24 year. Okay, but this tying us all back to currency and the birth of fintech, crypto, San Francisco, who had a great event in 1906, okay? But this was established 174 years ago, the city of San Francisco, cryptocurrency 174, tying us into Lucifer, okay? So very important. 174 tying us all the way into currency, tying us into gold. Okay, so very important. Earthquake 107 tying us into the Great San Francisco earthquake of 1906. All right, tying us all the way into the earthquakes we were getting around this time period. Okay, the 7.9 magnitude earthquake, 7.4 magnitude earthquake in Taiwan on April 3rd. Okay, so very important. All right, I'm expecting a San Andreas fault line event. San Andreas fault line giving us 119. San Andreas fault giving us 156. 156, 911 is the 156 prime number. Okay, this year a movie came out on Flixtor and other platforms called Planet Quake in the 24 year. I'm paying attention to April 22nd, the day that San Andreas came out for a potential earthquake around the San Andreas fault line. Okay, 10 years ago that movie came out, all the way up until May 29th. Okay, it was released on May 29th. All right, they started filming on April 22nd. From April to May, I'll be looking for a potential earthquake in San Francisco around the San Andreas Fault. In this same decode, days before, we saw the Palestinian protesters on the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm telling you to watch the water, to watch the Golden Gate bridges, the gateway to Tartarus 224 in the 2024 year, gateway to Tartarus 107, tying us back to the start of the Israel war. So again, pro-Palestine 174, we were tying it into the 174th anniversary of San Francisco days before we see this event. Pro-Palestine protesters 107. Imagine that. So another Twin Towers event. The Notre Dame Cathedral fire that happened on April 15, 2019. Notre Dame fire giving us 166. Whop bamboozle. This happened on a day leaving 85 days left in the year. Notre Dame fire 85. But this was a Beltane ritual in 2019, and I was showing you we would see more 9/11 event Beltane rituals tied to that. The Boston Marathon bombing 107, 75, tying us into World War III 75. Tying us back to the start of the war date. Again, all these are past events, like the most COVID cases in 2022 on April 15th. Okay? But all tying us into the anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's death. 1 month and 11 days since his most recent birthday. 111, 9/11. Leaving 111 days left in the year. Okay, Abe was the 16th president, tying us into Civil War that started in 1861. Okay, so World War III, 75. This was a 7-month and 5-day time period from 9/11. Okay, leading into the 16th yesterday, where we could potentially see narratives, and we did. Okay, we saw this, what we were just decoding on the 16th. We saw a few other events, but the main one was the Dragon Spire that happened on the 16th, okay? But Abraham Lincoln being the 16th president, Trump was in the news in trial. His trial began on the 15th. Barack Obama's out here in front of an Abraham Lincoln picture talking about Frank Underwood learned everything from him. What are you insinuating, sir? But Abrahamic Accords, which is something Trump had something to do with, the peace treaties and all tied to 9/11. Abraham Accords 119 on the 106th day of the year, 106, he's in trial. Okay, all tied to Abraham. All right, so very important. But yeah, shout out to Waters Above. I gave him a shout out to this, decoded him, tied him to Twin Towers and World War III. And he just released this morning his World War III video. He didn't know that I was already showing he was about to do it. How did you know, Coach? Did you do it again, Coach? Okay, so very important. All right, but Waters Above Crypto all tying us in here to this decode. So I thought it was very interesting and wanted to give him a shout out because he's been decoding this week and date of April 15th or 8th through the 15th. Okay, so very important. But the Virginia Tech shooting, the largest known shooting and deadliest massacre so far. I say that so far. very sternly. The Waco siege, Columbine shooting, and then 420 and Hitler's birthday again, tying us all into war right here. The Chernobyl 9/11 event, okay? But now it comes to the March events we've seen since this year, the fire rituals, all tied to the Crocus City shooting and CERN activating on 322 and starting to warm up for the 8th on the eclipse where it would activate again. So it goes very deep. The Baltimore bridge collapse, all tying in here, okay? So very important. The shooting of the 3 rockets called a PEP into the 3-star system, the god of destruction. So darkness and destruction. It was in a totality. So very important. Tied in Peter Higgs' death here, you guys, and then again started tying everything into the markets. Again, this was the blog on Peter Higgs, the father of the God particle, where I decoded April 13th being the next big war narrative and date. Again, his middle name, War, tied to war. Okay, so very important. I would go and read this blog if you haven't, you guys. It's unlocked. You should be able to view it until after the waters above decode, and then I'm gonna or podcast, and then I'm gonna lock it for paid members. But I was giving him an opportunity to hopefully go over it and look at it. But it's a wop bamboozle, you guys. It's this, that, and the third. So very important read. Very important read. And it might not even be done with. I still haven't added Caitlin Clark and all this war narrative. This started April 15th, the WNBA draft where I decoded in March Madness. Caitlin Clark would go to the Indiana Fever, another Beltane fire ritual on April 15th. You see what I'm saying? She went to the Indiana Fever. How could I tell this months ago in my March Madness blog last month if I didn't already have a script in front of me to go off of? Okay? I'm just saying. Caitlin Clark, number 1, the Indiana Fever. I called it. She's the 3-point queen, showing us the start of World War III, bringing the feminine energy as we head into the Olympics that show you the woman flame, as we get ready to see the first woman president. Okay? All in my work, all in my decodes. So I ain't even added Caitlin Clark to this blog yet. So it's just crazy, you guys. It keeps expanding. But with that being said, you guys, we're probably about to. Oh, my birthday is 1/11 at 11:11 p.m. Wow, tied to the ones, my friend. That's the manifestation number. From my research, the 111. This is so very important. Shout out to that. But yeah, I'm probably about to head out of here, you guys. An hour and 17 minutes in. We'll hang out 2 more minutes. We'll hit an hour and 19 minutes. The 119, because we were just decoding it for days. We might as well. You know why? Because I'm here to help you in a few days with Waters Above. Help you unlock your mind, your pineal gland, your all-seeing eye. 119. Bop bop bam banger. How about that? You can't make this up. So we'll make this 119 minutes and then we'll get off of here, you guys. But I do appreciate you all for coming. So exit all? Absolutely not. Knarf1. I did not say that. I'm actually looking to dollar cost average into projects, so I'm actually not exiting none right now. I've already done that around the 64 to 74k tops. I started de-risking, was teaching my pioneers this and trading courses and everything. So now we're starting to accumulate again. We never de-risk it all. That would be liquidating. There's nothing you can gain from getting rid of your low average buy-ins. Okay, we're trying to keep that as an average low buy-in by dollar cost averaging on top of it while de-risking at the highs. That is true trading. That is true investing. Okay, so never, ever would we so exit all. We would only de-risk and then reaccumulate over time. So yeah, getting ready to head out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pioneers rise. Build your fortress. Build your legacy. Let's go. Thank you all for coming out and helping me set up the test run for the Streamlabs interview podcast with Waters Above Crypto in a few days. Save the date, 4:23, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Let's go. No full moon energy here because we'll be very positive, helping you unlock your third eye, shatter the firmament. But anyways, Signing out, pioneers. Much love and high vibrations. Let's go.